Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing important messages from your spirit guides. And to do this reading, let me introduce your piles to you. If you prefer to pick using your zodiac signs, you'll find a timestamp to that down in the description box, which will take you straight to the zodiac preparation process where I draw out the different zodiac signs and find out which ones will fall under which pile. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your intuition, then there are two ways to do that in today's reading. The first way is to pick one or two or maybe all the sun cards in these decks. So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. The second way to do that is to pick your pile using your crystals. So let me introduce them to you. For pile number 1, you have the beautiful Dalmatian Jasper point. And this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, you have the Sodalite point. And this is what your crystal looks like. And for pile number 3, you have the Bloodstone point. And this is what your crystal looks like. So, take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and this or these will be the piles for you here today. Please feel free to check out more than one pile in case you're drawn to them. And once you're ready, please head down to the description box, click on your timestamps, and I will see you in your readings. In a moment, I am about to assign different zodiac signs to each pile. So if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video, take as much time as you need, and as mentioned, I will see you in your reading. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then my dear soul family, this specific section of the introduction was created just for you. And what I like to do is shuffle your zodiac signs really well. Oy, oy, oy. Looks like Virgo today is definitely in pile number 2. And then I draw out 4 zodiac signs for each pile. Okay, I think I've done enough shuffling. Let's start drawing your crystals out. I already have one in my hand. So the signs for pile number 1 are Aries, Aquarius, Taurus, and Gemini. The signs for pile number 2 are Virgo, Leo, Scorpio, and Libra. As for pile number 3, the signs are Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, and Capricorn. So these are the signs and how they're associated to each pile. Please feel free to pick your piles using your rising, sun, and moon. I highly recommend you check out the 3, especially with messages. You never know what message is meant to reach you from your guides. And so you might even find all of them in one pile, or maybe distributed amongst 2 or even 3. If you want to go by just one sign, I would highly recommend you go by your rising. It's not you don't necessarily have to do that, but what I've learned from astrologers is, it is the sign that deals with your outermost world, and you will find more often than not that it is the sign that will resonate with you the most. But go by what you like and what you feel. Your message is meant to reach you, so don't worry too much about it. These are just guidance on how to pick your piles as a form of assistance. And once you're ready, please head down to the description box, click on your timestamps, and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Your crystal is the beautiful Dalmatian Jasper point. And today we're taking a look at important messages from your spirit guides. And also some of you have chosen this deck through the Sun card. And finally, if you chose this pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aries, Aquarius, Taurus, and Gemini. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you guys, please don't worry about it, and do note that it's a general reading. Some specific details may resonate with you and confirm your reading sometimes, and at other times it's just meant for someone else. And this is the whole idea of a general reading, the whole nature of a general reading. And to do this reading, these are the oracle cards that we will be using. So I really feel this card wants to come out for you as well. So we'll take it, and then finally we'll take one of these astrological cards and see what you get. I feel like this one moved, so I'm going to take it. All right, so let's check out what your cards are today. Right off the bat, I feel like these 2 are your significator cards. Let's keep this one there, your beautiful crystal, and check out your cards. So you have Khnum, the ancient Egyptian god Khnum. Maybe this is talking about a creation. Maybe you'll be creating something. I don't know. I think too early. You also have Thoth with wisdom. Interesting. So Khnum with fertility, Thoth was with wisdom. So excited to see how this fits into your reading. You also have a moon with, of course, emotions. And you see how the reflection is distorted here. Interesting. As with water, of course. So you have waves roll in day after day. Allow the flow of emotions to carry you all the while trusting that you will make your way back to shore. You are continuously responding to the moment you are in. Tune into your sensitivity and compassion. Very interesting. Okay. You also have deadbeat. Okay. Very interesting, especially with fertility. I feel like you may be getting a message today about something important relating to your inner child, but we're gonna wait and see. You have calm. I think I'm starting to grasp the message, but again, I'm gonna wait and see. Okay, let's now shuffle your tarot deck and ask. This one moved. I'm going to take it. What is your important message from your spirit guides today? What is your important message from your spirit guides today? Finally, this one. All right, let's check out your cards and find out together. Right, so you have the Eight of Pentacles. Are you going to be putting something together? Are you going to be mastering your reaction to your emotions? You're going to put the picture together, perhaps? I don't know. You have the Hermit. Look at that. You have the Kenaz rune, which has to do with enlightenment, knowledge. I was going to talk and then I was like, I'm not going to tell them every minute, let's wait and see, right? So I better wait and see and then speak at the end. You have the Ten of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune with the Web of Weird. Very interesting. You have the Page of Swords with the Poet of Axes. The Five of Pentacles. I think it's really interesting you were drawn to this deck where the pentacles are represented as the rings here. The Lover's card, the Yin and the Yang. Really cool, actually. Very cool, because look at how these two are lining. You have the Two of Swords. I really see your message clearly. The Seven of Swords. Really cool. The Sun card. I think your message is super clear. And you have the Five of Cups. I have so much to tell you. And you have the High Priestess, not the least bit surprised. Okay, so with the High Priestess here, you obviously have a message about you finally seeing something about your mind, about healing, about your inner child that you maybe weren't seeing before. You didn't know how to deal with before. It seems like in this reading, with fertility, with the Knum, it may even have started without you realizing in the womb where you were, even before you were born. Perhaps related to how your mother was feeling as you were in the womb, or maybe how you were birthed. Because, you know, we have Knum here, who is the god in ancient Egypt who has created the human being, with pottery. So I feel like it's something that happened to you as you were shaping. It doesn't have to be in the womb, by the way. It could be when you were a child, as you were growing up, as you were still forming your emotions, shaping your personality. It seems here with deadbeat, you might have been dealing with a parent, a friend, a teacher, some like more with an adult that somehow was too busy and didn't give you the attention that they should have given you as a young child. With deadbeat, they must have done something wrong that distorted at an early age something in your emotions, or something with how you see your emotions or how you do things. And with Thoth here, this is awesome, because I think your guides here are talking about how you are graduating from this emotion very soon. You're integrating your light and your shadow very soon. Congratulations with that, my dear pal number one. Love this message for you. I think you got a grasp specifically on how you speak to yourself or how you read your emotions with the poet here. So you're getting clarity and wisdom on how to deal with your inner child, and that's going to be a big deal for you, especially with the Kanaz. We did see the Kanaz rune. Where? Oh, there we go, in the Hermit, which is going introspect, of course. So I see that with something that used to frustrate you, with the Isa rune, something that used to frustrate you for a while, you're finding balance in that area, you're being enlightened, and these days you are integrating an important shadow and light. Congratulations, pile number 1. So nice to see for you. This is going to mean the world, because from now on, as you're escaping what you couldn't see before, perhaps these emotions, you were triggered by specific emotions that you couldn't control before. You're escaping it now by being alert and aware to it with the Kanaz and the Sun card. Forever saying goodbye to these triggers or to this shadow. Because, you know, with the Vikings, when someone dies, a hero dies, they would put them in a Viking ship, burn it and let it go. It's only been done to the heroes, you know? So you've mastered something with the Eight of Pentacles. Congratulations. And if you have advice on how to integrate your shadow or how you've done this, please leave it down in the comment section. This is a community that loves to hear and to learn from each other. Please do share it down. You have no idea how many people you can teach and inspire with this wisdom, especially because your guides are talking about how you're finding your inner calm these days. So awesome to see this for you. You're making unique choices. So please, in the comment section, write down about your experience and specifically the unique choices that you've made, how you've escaped this and how you've become aware, because these days, my dear pile number 1, mark your calendars. You're integrating an important shadow that used to distort the way you looked at the world or looked at your emotions. You're finding a lot of wisdom here. And with the 10 of Pentacles, this is going to lead to a lot of blessings, a lot of manifestations, your dreams coming true in so many ways. Up next. Here you see that energy is now being released and moving from your world. You can see with the web of weird in Norse mythology how the past, present, and future are all connected. Especially here in the present, how you've been dealing with things that have to do in the past. It is now affecting your whole future, and that's why you have the 10 of Pentacles right there. You can see that you're going to be very fortunate in the future, especially that you have the Manaz. It's also going to affect your connections, because 10 of Pentacles does have an element of not just creating a legacy, but also creating a good family. That's also part of the 10 of Pentacles. It's not just the 10 of Cups. So you're like creating trust between you and your loved ones with the Manaz rune. You're creating good, balanced connections between you and others. Partnerships, like trustworthy partnerships with the Manaz. Also loyalty, like you're able to build healthy, loyal connections for sure. But with the Othala, yes. Also Othala is in Norse, with the runes, has to do with family and ancestry. I'm not surprised. It's in the 10 of Pentacles. Like I told you, I was just telling you, 10 of Pentacles also has to do with family. So I think this is affecting the fact that maybe you're moving towards creating a happy family, creating a legacy, creating, a good family, creating success, of course. So that is to be expected next. Why? Because you can greatly see, do you see how there is a shadow on this person's face and neck, shoulders, and they're right by the light. So I see you've mastered putting the picture together. You've done something smart here. I don't know what you did, but you found your wisdom through perhaps putting the picture together as to why you get these emotions. Now that you've seen it so many times, I'm just guessing, perhaps now you can these are emotions, they're happening. These are my emotions, they're happening now. You've trained yourself to deal with them as they happen. And so as a result, with the Seven of Swords, you're escaping what you couldn't see before. Again, the Viking ship, it's like used to happen, it was so subtle, and it used to happen in the background. You couldn't see it. Now you're like, I see you, I see you. And you're like, I'm not gonna let you affect me. This time I'm letting you go. Thank you for serving me when I was younger. Now you obviously need to go. And I do see something here. With the Five of Pentacles, you went from really being oblivious, not knowing what to do, being left out in the cold, feeling the harshness and the coldness between you and connections. Obviously, since it's talking a lot about connections, and since it's talking about like perhaps an adult neglecting you or not responding to you in the right way, perhaps it affected you in the area of connections in a great way. And you can see here where you were left out in the cold. This is not an easy emotion that you had to deal with, but you continuously like worked on it. The rings, as I told you in the beginning, what I noticed, represent commitment. And I'm not surprised that the Isa rune here is not just in the Hermit, which we're talking about frustration, things being frozen. It is in the Five of Pentacles with things being frozen. You felt ice. You felt like you were left out in the cold. There weren't warmth maybe with this person or with your connections, and you had to figure out slowly but surely your way towards spirituality, one commitment after another in the cold. You know, you perhaps didn't know if what you were doing was right, if there's hope for you to heal this. And you can see one committed step after the other, one committed step after the other. You were able to, as you've taken one step after the other, read with the Poet of Axes, read your mind, read your emotions, because sitting with an emotion is what most of us tend to not do. And this is why meditation is so important. It's the one time where we just sit with it, you know, where we don't run to our phone, right? Run to our phones or run to our social media or run to do something else and escape. Now is the time where we just sit with it. And it's really important. I see you've been sitting with it, whether it's through meditation or not. It's like you were trying to commit to your step, whether it's comfortable or not. Obviously, it wasn't comfortable at all because you left yourself out in the cold, which was the initial problem. So you were committing one step to the other towards your spiritual goal. You're like, when I get there, it's going to be all worth it. So I'm just going to sit there in the cold and figure it out for myself. And this allowed you to read your mind, where it used to pass by without you noticing. Now you're able to, like, I see you there. You're not going to escape. You were able to read your emotions very well, understand your mind. And now that you were able to read through this whole interconnected situation, like complicated situation, you were able to see through it. To me, this is saying you didn't have to take out all of these complicated things in order to heal. You were just able to see through it, you see? And seeing through it, you were able to relieve it, or to go to the other side and not having to like deal with this issue on its own, or that issue on its own, or this issue on its own. It's like your guides are saying your introspection was pretty smart, especially with Odin eyes. You were able to see through it, not necessarily like remove one stick or one issue after the other, seeing through it. And that is what is allowing you to escape. So if I were to take a look at your reading, you've gained your wisdom through sitting with your emotions, and sitting through your emotions allowed you to see it and allowed you to escape from it rather than it escaping from you. It allowed you to heal it and see through it. And your understanding of what's going on allowed you to put the picture together, allowed you to take the right necessary action. And it seems like you've mastered this with the Eight of Pentacles. Look, your hands saw it. You know what to do. You were able to see through it. And that's the whole message. And this is leading to your calm. You're healing. Pile number one, this is awesome. And your guides are saying, congratulations, you've done a good job. You are one day after the other becoming closer to integrate your shadow and your light, especially in a very traumatic area that you weren't seeing. And you're healing your inner child these days. You're finding the wisdom. It's like you've discovered, as you're sitting down with your emotions through this rough weather, emotional weather, just because you've sat down with it, decided to commit to that, you were able to read with the poet and thus gained the clarity and the wisdom on how to navigate through it. I think this is a message of congratulations from your spirit guides. It's so important because they're letting you know that you are going to move towards your inner calmness very soon. You're going to be a calm person from within after the turbulent weather and of emotions within you, and you'll be able to walk lighter moving forward, leading to, as they want to let you know, I want you to see your card as well there, leading to a lot of abundance and great connections moving ahead for you. So expect awesome connections full of trust to be built in this next chapter of your life in these coming days. Expect trust and loyalty between you and them. By the way, do you know that the manaz also means horse, and you have that, which again, this means here that you will be meeting loyal people. This is representing how your calmness is leading to healthier connections that will mean the world to you with the 10 of Pentacles these days. Again, with the rings, these are people who you will be greatly committed to. And it's awesome to see how you didn't have to like remove one stick after the other, how you were so smart to read your emotions where you're like getting through it and not having to remove it one after the other. You're really awesome, pile number one. And I promise I'm going to say it for the last time, but please do share with everyone what you've done to go through this. You might just be helping someone else, and that is awesome karma if you're called to it, of course. So yeah, a lot of healing these days through your mind. Congratulations. You'll be seeing a lot of great relationships and a lot of blessings coming up as you these days are integrating your shadow and your light. You've seen through it. You've successfully completed your lesson, completed your spiritual journey in this area of your life. So proud of you, pile number one. I loved your reading. All the best of luck. You'll be moving with a lot of emotional calmness in the next few days. So proud of you. I can't say it enough. Good job with what you've done. I think your spirit guides here are like kind of clapping for you, saying good job. They're commemorating this awesome job that you've done over the last part of your life, because it does look to me like this was not easy at all. This coldness and this harshness is like sitting with exactly what you wanted to escape from. Good job, pile number one. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number one, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. You chose the beautiful Sodalite point, and today we're taking a look at important messages from your spirit guides. As some of you also chose this deck through this beautiful sun card, and if you've chosen your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Virgo, Leo, Scorpio, and Libra. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, as I always say, please don't worry about it, and do note that it is a general reading. There are specific details that sometimes resonate with you guys, and you know it's a confirmation for your pile, and at other times it's just meant for someone else, and that is the nature of a general reading. Okay, so one more oracle card left for this pile. I really feel these ones, so I'm gonna pull it out. There we go. And let's begin your reading to find out what your important message is. I really feel like this is your significator card. Wow. So you've got the ancient Egyptian goddess of love, Hathor, with the keywords love and beauty. Okay. You also have Dawn. Sorry guys, I was just thinking about something as I saw this card. I kind of like channeled a scene. We'll talk about in a moment. All right, let's check out the rest of your cards. You have ease with the spiritual aspect of Taurus. The card says, an afternoon spent resting and reclining. Know when to take a step back. Your body, mind, and spirit may need some time to restore. Is there a situation in your life that might ease if you reduce the pressure and practice more acceptance? Very interesting, actually. Okay. You have tests and trials. And you have Charlton. Very intriguing. Right, well, let's now shuffle your tarot cards. Thanks. And ask, what is the important message that is meant to reach you from your guides in today's reading? What is pile number 2's important message that is meant to reach them from their guides? There, these two as well, and that's it. Okay, so let's check out your cards. You have the Six of Pentacles, the Fool card. Every time I see this Fool card with the 2.0, because there are two versions of the Fool in this deck and I've just kept them in, it gives me this idea of restarting something. Perhaps they are asking you to restart doing something or restart in a different way. Let's see. You have the Eight of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Three of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Swords. My, what is going on here? Okay, let's continue. You have the Queen of Cups. Something is really bothering you, pile number 2. And it's keeping you hanging there. That's why there's perhaps a restart to something, and you have the brush. You win over it by like sweeping it away, like redoing something, and not okay. You have the Nine of Wands, to have the confidence to renew something. Maybe you're midway. And look at the rose here. It reminds me of the Roman concept of Suda Rosa, which means that during the meetings when they were under a rose, they had to speak the truth and they had to be secretive as well. So I think your guides are inviting you to be honest with yourself in regards to something. And you might be like an honest person overall, and with the Queen of Cups, you might be emotionally aware. But there is something, see, the Charlton, that you may not be entirely honest with yourself about, that maybe even you don't realize. Let's find out. The King of Wands. You have 4 more cards. Actually, we can fit these 4 more cards if we push your cards up there, as well as these. And let's see what these are. You have the Hierophant. Wow, the Star card. This is awesome. If you speak the truth to yourself, you learn something so important. And with the radio here, this is the important message that they want to tell you. If you speak honestly to yourself about something, which we'll find out what it is, it will be the loudest voice that they are trying to give to you, which will lead you to you achieving something important to you. So the key to you achieving what you want is a truth to yourself in some area that's not easy for you to tell yourself. And with the busy bee here, maybe it's not about you not being honest with yourself. Maybe you're just too busy to pause and think, what is the cause of all this pain? Temperance, this is where you will find your balance and heal. Unbelievable. 3 major arcana showing how this learning is going to help heal you and bring you to balance. And this is why it's so important that you speak the truth. You'll find ease. This is a form of self-love. And with dawn, it's a new day, where you're finally going to find your path clearly. 10 of Wands. Release, because 10 of Wands is an end of a journey, an end of a tiresome, heavy journey. So you end this heaviness in your mind and heart. Right, you can see that it is something that you can break through with the 9 of Wands and find your power. So what is it? Let's first explore before we continue looking at the cards. Most importantly, let's explore what's going on here. You're trying to figure out what to do because you're stuck in something. With the Hangman and the Eight of Swords, you're definitely stuck in something. You're trying to beat something that you feel is bigger than you. And so long as you are reactive, you will stay in this position for quite some time. 3 of Cups, does it have to do with people? Perhaps. I'm not sure. Not sure yet. Let's keep it to the side for now. But I do see that there is something going on in your days at the moment that is causing you a lot of pain. And you're too busy to notice what's the source of that pain, which is the loudest voice you will hear if you pause and think about it boldly. To boldly ask yourself, because it reminds me of the throat chakra, this 9 of Wands. Almost looks like they're holding a microphone. It's like being bold to speak the truth about something. With the nail polish, this pretty nail polish being on the foot of this figure, makes me think that you could be looking right under your feet and not looking ahead, making what's right under your feet so good, and perhaps losing sight of the bigger picture with whatever it is that is causing you pain at the moment. And perhaps this is why you can't see ahead, and you keep not being able to see the threat. You're afraid of something, or you are going through some pain that you can't really see the reason for. With Charlton, it's clearly saying you may not be entirely either honest with yourself, or you're not seeing the truth for what it is yet. Perhaps you're feeding your inner child exactly what it needs to hear, and it may be the cause of you seeing right under your foot rather than seeing the whole picture that would actually help heal you and your inner child from this situation. The feet and the Knight of Wands reminds me of movement. So maybe you are very focused on trying to make a move look pretty rather than feeling the love and beauty within, which will ultimately put you at ease and make you do things easily. I'm seeing to find comfort and not so much pain and feeling stuck and feeling overcome by something is to feel the love and the beauty within. That is what will start a new page for you. So this reminds me of like looking at your moves. Perhaps that's why you have the Three of Cups. Looking at your moves and being focused on your moves, perhaps to either please people or make people impressed, rather, which is making you stuck, rather than feeling that beauty within, which is the key. But why is there a threat in that case? The threat of being judged. And perhaps why there's a mask with the charlatan. That's why there's a threat. What you're not seeing is that if you look from their eyes, you'll be focused on every little move that you make. But at the end of the day, what you do need is that love and beauty. So give it to yourself from within and don't wait for it to be given on the outside, because that will keep you on hold forever. It's that power, finding the internal power, knowing that you already have that, will never make you wait for it ever again. What an interesting reading. To feel, to give love and beauty to yourself, to feel it for yourself. It will give you all the ease that you want, because you're no longer perceiving threat, because it's not given to you from the outside. This will start a new, completely new life for you with the dawn here. And this way you have found, your soul has found its way. You found the ultimate freedom with the dragonfly. You are now free. You get to express yourself with confidence the way that you want, because it's not conditional anymore, your confidence, to whether people like it or not. You will have found your power. So I think your reading is talking about, especially with Taurus here, spend time taking care of yourself, beautifying yourself, like making sure you look good. Spend time making whatever it is that you want to improve even more beautiful. Like if you feel like you want to improve this area of your life or that area of your life, beautifying in that case, making it looking beautiful in front of your eyes. Like, let's say, if I had that skill, I would really be proud of myself. Then put that effort into that skill. And it's really awesome. It's a new year, new energy that we all in our minds share, that this is a new year. And so that type of powerful energy brings in new energy for all of us. So make use of that new energy. If you're watching this now, of course, if you're watching this later, you can always start anything whenever you want to. This message is reaching you now. So my point is, take the time these days to speak truthfully to yourself and say, right, what are my wishes and my hopes and my dreams about the things that I want to achieve for myself and the things that I want to be? And make a habit tracker, commit with the Hierophant to your word, to the things that you want to improve. And it's interesting that you chose a deck so focused on outer appearance. They have all these pretty shoes and dresses and skirts and bathing suits. So I can't help but think this is telling you to take care of yourself, take care of your appearance for you. Apologies, pile number 2, had to adjust the camera. So to speak honestly to yourself and to see it from your eyes and not from other people's eyes. Perhaps this is what the truth here means. It's like, ask your heart, how do I want to be like? What will give me the confidence to feel the beauty and the love from within? And you can see the gesture on the heart here again. What do you want is the question. And work towards it every day, boldly, making it happen for you. You see how the Knight of Wands goes towards their dreams, their goals, what their hearts desire, and nobody can stand in their way. Nothing and no one. So that's really what I'm seeing here with the Six of Pentacles. Finding balance, but it's finding your own balance. Feeding your inner child the right food that will help them grow, and not the little breadcrumbs that other people would be giving to you. Feeding it and nurturing it with what it needs exactly. The big mommy giving to the little chicks, and so it is you giving to your inner child that love, that assurance, that beauty, through doing what you love and what you believe in. And to, with the busy bee, it's not like you're not being honest with yourself. Perhaps you haven't paused and asked yourself, what do I want? What will make me feel confident with the Nine of Wands? What can I feed my soul and my inner child to be bold, finding that power within and not depending on the outside? This is really what will end this difficult journey for you. And that's why you have Charlton. It's like feeding your inner child with false food rather than real food. This is what will give you the balance, and this is the strongest message that they will be giving to you. It is through that truth. You will be able to hear what you need to do through that truth. And the question is, what does my heart desire? How do I want to see myself? What will make me feel so good about myself if I do or achieve? Some people may not agree with you. For other people, it may not be in their eyes that awesome thing. But when you do it and when you apply, then you become that awesome. And that is truly you showing the world a new way of awesome that they didn't even know about. So trust your vision, trust being you, find that internal beauty within you. That's the real food for your inner child. This is what will bring you to balance with the Temperance and the Six of Pentacles. And you go in the right direction, never being threatened ever again by people or their opinions, and you win over it. You're not reactive anymore. Five of Swords, you win over it. You cleanse that energy and win. Because once you give yourself the food that you need, no one's able to affect you in any way. And that's the key and the loudest message that your spirit guides want to give you today. It will give you that eternal peace that you deserve. And your whole life will feel like a peaceful morning. Your whole life will feel like it just feels right. It's moving in the direction that you love. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading today in terms of the important messages that your spirit guides want to give you today. I truly hope you've enjoyed your message. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. And remember, you might be applying this in almost all areas in your life. Perhaps there is this one area that is keeping you stuck, and that's the right way to start doing it. Like from today with the Fool 2.0, restart the way you think about this, the way you approach this, the way you do things from an internal place of love and beauty and not from an external one. And my dear pile number 2, this was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity e-cookbook. It has 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you to do. I was so passionate about this e-cookbook 2 years ago. I partnered with a nutritionist that I personally really love and believe in to be able to bring this project to life, because I know how Now we're learning about how food affects our health and our daily lives, how important and essential it is to eat healthy food. But now looking back, most of the recipes we know, isn't always done with the healthiest ingredients. And so we had to, in our day and age, find the right recipes, find the time to look for them, to make sure they're delicious, and to get the ingredients, and just spend hours and hours trying to make it happen. And this is why I was so passionate about this e-cookbook. You'll find everything in there, everything, like breakfast, dinner, supper, brunch, lunch, dinner, breakfast, I said all of that, smoothies, salads, desserts, you name it. And if you're vegan, there's a vegan version. If not, you can even make use of both ebooks. There are no duplicate recipes. And this way you have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from, maybe even for the rest of your life. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to it down in the description box. You'll find all the information that you want to learn about in this e-cookbook, what to expect there. You'll see reviews as well. And my dear pile number 2, thank you so much for tuning in, sending you so much love, all the best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at important messages from your spirit guides. These are the oracle decks that we will be using, and your crystal is the beautiful Bloodstone. Looks like you've got 2 point. And if you've chosen your pile using your crystals, then your crystals are Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, and Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always say, please don't worry about it. And do note that it is a general reading. Some specific details may sometimes resonate with you and act as a confirmation to your pile, and at other times these details may be pertaining to someone else, and that is the nature of a general reading. Okay, so these are your oracle cards. Let's check them out. I really feel like these 2 are your significator cards. So you have the ancient Egyptian god Bes with protection. And wait, you have Tefnut with nurture. Very interesting. You have the emotional aspect of Capricorn. Can you see your card? There we go. It says, step onto the forest path. If you are able to embrace confidence, stand tall with a sense of inner strength as you step into the unknown. If you are able to embrace confidence, stand tall with a sense of inner strength as you step into the unknown. The opposite feeling is one of ongoing gloom and low motivation that stems from a self-critical gaze. Cultivate your trust in yourself as you explore new paths. Really wondering what this is about, but they're definitely very powerful cards so far. Wow, you've got community with a dragon. Oh, and you see the 2 little mice. Oh, I've just noticed, and the beautiful gazelle and the wolves and the rabbit. How beautiful. All right. And a hedgehog. You have, whoa, the sacral chakra with miracle. What is this pile saying? Perhaps it's meant to be right there. Okay. Let's check out your tarot cards. This is the only way in which we'll find out what this is trying to say, but it is at the very least very powerful, to say the least. Let's find out, what is your message from your spirit guides, your important message from your spirit guides in today's reading. Finally, these 2. Okay. So, whoa, you've got the King of Wands. Okay. The Five of Wands does say step into your confidence. Queen of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Wow, Nine of Cups. The Ten of Swords. The Two of Wands. Are you making a very big decision in your life at the moment, but you're afraid of something? Because I'm getting like very positive or like very rough cards, you know? Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords. King of Wands, Five of Wands. Then Queen of Cups. I get this ups and downs, like you're moving back and forth between something. It's the type of energy I'm seeing. And it does say step into your confidence. Community, are you like going to be dealing with a new community? Are you afraid of this new community? Wow, you got the Sun card, which was the card you were drawn to using this deck. Whoa, Ten of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Look, it's looking great. Then you have the Five of Swords. Then you have the Emperor. You see what I mean? It's taking me up and down and up and down. And you've got 4 more cards. We definitely have space for them. So let's check them out and see what this message is about. I do see you taking on a very powerful role soon. It does say miracle. It is a dream come true after all for you. Something is about to step on your doorstep. Like you're about to learn about something. And it's gonna be a huge miracle to see. It's gonna be abundant. It's gonna be a wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups. But it requires some form of strength, right? It requires you to pull every bit of strength that you have to do something. I feel like with the Five of Wands and community, perhaps it has to do with you either managing a new team or being a speaker with the King of Wands, inspiring others, taking on a new role where you have to meet with a lot of people perhaps. And this is why the cards are mimicking your energy, perhaps the energy that is going to happen as you receive this miracle of you feeling elated with this awesome news, but feeling very scared when it comes to something. Maybe you're not going to be dealing with people, but maybe you're afraid of what your community will think. That's another way to look at your cards. So let's continue. You have the Strength card, Temperance card. Whoa, Queen of Wands, very big cards here. And the Three of Wands, and it's telling you to jump into it. Okay, so I have a basic understanding of what's going on here with this confidence of despondency card. I see that you are very soon in your life, believe it or not, going to find yourself starting a new path. This miracle card really shows it all. It shows that something is going to appear in your life that you're not expecting at all. It is a miracle because you were not expecting that you either will be offered this or that this is going to show up in your life or that you were ever going to have this opportunity. But now that it's at your doorstep, now that it has reached you, it has now turned from a dream to reality. And now that it has turned from a dream to reality, you're going to go from, oh my God, that's the best thing that ever happened to me, to, uh-oh, I'm so scared, to the point of being debilitated. I feel like maybe I should think about this. Do I really want to do this? Because all of a sudden, I see community rising in your mind, and not in a good way, and with the Five of Wands in a struggle type of way. Although this card shows a lot of harmony, showing the true difference between what you might have in your mind and what the reality is going to be. And that's why you have the Page of Swords, guiding you to change your thoughts instantly and don't let it overcome you, because what is going to happen is far different from how you are envisioning it. And with the Five of Wands, you want to be careful, because how you keep envisioning things with such emotion might actually manifest into your life. So you want to heal this with the Sun card and stand straight, like guard your emotions with the Page of Swords, because the more you do that, the more it's actually going to work to your favor. You're going to win over this with the Five of Swords. So it's that energy either winning over you or you winning over it. And this reading today is important from your spirit guides, because it's here letting you know that it's going to be okay. How do I know that? You perhaps think I want to tell you that. No. I'm saying that out of confidence. Not just because of your tarot cards, but because of your significator cards. You have the ancient Egyptian god Bes, which is a very popular ancient Egyptian god. Popular as in the masses loved Bes, because he was the protector of households. He warded off evil. So you can see that your spirit guides are telling you, we are protecting you. If you are afraid of community or of people, things are going to work out in harmony. In fact, thinking about harmony, the ancient Egyptian god Bes had to do with dance and music, and was the patron of pleasure. So I see that it's really going to go down in a completely different way than what your mind may be telling you. So perhaps you're thinking, what is going on here? I see. It's an opportunity that is going to pop up in your life. So remember this reading when this opportunity does in fact pop up next in your life. The first thing you will remember, when it comes to community, the first community thought that pops up into your head in a negative way, remember this reading. Remember your guides telling you, we reminded you that this was going to happen. Now it is your role to shift and stand up for these thoughts. Because the fact of the matter is, there's going to be a lot of harmony and fun and dance and pleasure within this community. I don't know, maybe you're going to be a new manager. Maybe you're going to be a speaker. Maybe you're going to open up a new business and you're worried that maybe there's a lot of competition and that you won't find your customers. All of these things are not going to happen for you. So don't let your thoughts with the Ten of Swords debilitate you. And so I can see, in fact, with the Sun card and the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, that this is going to be giving to you generously. With the Six of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, you're going to feel very, very abundant and prosperous. And you're going to see that it is, in fact, just like you've envisioned, it's going to be a positive thing in your life. So the most important thing here with the Strength card and the Temperance and the Queen of Wands and the Three of Wands is to be powerful when getting into this. Like, step into your power, manage your emotions from within, like keep a balance within. Don't let your thoughts run and take control of you. But with the Temperance card, this is, finding internal balance, being calm, and stepping into your power for sure with the Queen of Wands and the Strength card. Keep being in your power and jump into it from that place. In fact, you have Tefnut, which is a very powerful goddess. It can't be a coincidence that you're getting all of these powerful archetypes, showing two things. First of all, you are going to be powerful, that's for sure. Second of all, it is asking you to step into that power. And also, thinking of that, I think a lot of you are, in fact, going to be stepping into a new position. You know why? Because Tefnut was called upon when a new pharaoh was taking a new position of power, interestingly enough, and they would call upon her to bring health and bring health to this reigning pharaoh So yeah, you're stepping into a new path. Perhaps you're listening to this and you have no idea about it because of the miracle card. It is a dream come true, and this is why you're going to be so happy to first receive the news. But then realizing that you have to do this is when the thoughts may start taking command over you. May. But here your reading is saying start this power from a position of power. You feeling the power and not letting your mind take power over you. Because why let your mind put you in that energy and manifest it for you when you're meant to have an awesome community? So yes, for sure your reading is saying step into your position of power, because I have something since community is popping up. I do see another synchronicity. The Queen of Wands is a queen of one of the meanings, of the Queen of Wands is popularity. And you have Bess here. And Bess is also, like we mentioned, a very popular god. So I do see you becoming very popular within this community. I also see another thing. You're going to be seen in this new community from a different light. I think this community you're getting into is used to seeing people in this position in a certain way. But they're going to be seeing you in a totally different light. Why do I say that? Because if you, I'm sure you know, all ancient Egyptian gods and goddesses are depicted from the side. Bess is the only one that's depicted from this profile, facing forward. So it makes me think that you will be seen in a different light. I mean, even the King of Wands here is on the side. Queen of Wands, rather, is just like Bess, facing us. So I feel like you are going to be appreciated, loved, maybe even, speaking of household, like maybe you're going to be loved, not just professionally, but even in the private lives of the people who you will be managing. And there will be a lot of love and harmony between you. So basically, there's no reason to worry and to imagine these struggles, because you know the Ten of Swords is a card of mind as well. It is your mind bringing this pain. Yes, outside circumstances, of course, but how you perceive it matters. So it's your thoughts beating you down. And you don't want to get into that energy when really everything is okay. When you need to step into this new position with so much power. So if you guard it from the very beginning and don't not dwell in it, you won't have to get into this energy at all. Page of Swords says right from the beginning, you are powerful enough to stand up for these thoughts from the very beginning. Always remind yourself, it's going to be great. My guides told me about this before I even heard the news. It's going to work out for me. And from that perspective, shift of perspective, you're going to be stepping into this position of power with great power, just as needed. You know, Tefnut is also, she's a very powerful goddess. You have, her father is Ra. You can see the Ra disc on top of her head, and she's one of the great 9 members of the powerful goddesses, the powerful gods and goddesses of Heliopolis. So although you will be carrying a great responsibility, some great power, for sure, your community will be very loving. And once you step into that power and confidence, it's just going to work out great. You'll find it working so naturally and well and flowing so well for you. And that's why you have the solar plexus chakra. You know, step into your power. You have that. Get into it. And like we keep saying, it's a dream come true. You're going to love this so much. It's going to be giving back so much to you. Yeah, you will love what's about to happen for you. Just step right into it. Get into the path. Don't doubt it. Find your confidence and power and sit there carrying that responsibility. Because with the Queen of Pentacles, this opportunity will allow you to create, especially in terms of abundance, the world that you are envisioning, the way that you are envisioning it. So this is all the universe manifesting what you want. Don't fear it, claim it, get into it, and enjoy it, immerse in it. Pile number 3, it is meant to make you happy. And on top of that, you are going to get a very different type of community. I see different types of people. I see you standing there in a powerful way, guarding them, protecting them, and them being in such great harmony with you. Should we ask, when should you expect this miracle to appear? I feel like you're gonna hear about it in your home, because we were talking about the household, we were talking about the doorstep. I feel like you will hear about this opportunity, for most of you, from the comfort of your own home. So when? The Magician. I really feel like it's already activated. It's gonna start happening now. Also, 1 means January, right? So if you're watching this now, this was released in January. I think this means this month. Expect something this month. If you're watching this later, expect something within the month that you are watching this in. And my dear pile number 1, so excited for you. This looks great. Do know that you have a strong message of being fiercely protected. You'll be doing great. Take on the role, accept it, and watch the universe bring marvels into your world. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, please don't forget to check out my productivity e-cookbook. It has 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. So if you have any health goals this year and you want it to be an easy process, this is the book for you. I did partner with a nutritionist that I personally really love and believe in 2 years ago to be able to bring out this project for you guys. And if you are vegan, there's a vegan version. If not, you can even make use of both ebooks. There are no duplicate recipes. And this way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from, maybe even for the rest of your life. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find the link to it down in the description box. And my dear pile number 3, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.